And like this. Cheren. Well, so we focused on the questions asked by the doctor, and just understand that which tends to use to ask questions about current condition and about past events and about the previous experience of patients. And let's imagine the situation that a patient has some kind of issue, and the patient comes to you, and you should, before you just do the research about his disease, you need to also ask some questions about home occupation, hobbies, alcohol, money problems, changes in habits. So, well, what is the question about home?
It will be, where is your home or home address?
Well, actually, this information about the home address is normally given. And the doctor can open this on computer and have a look at his address. But why does the doctor ask about home? And what should the question be like about home?
Is there any problem you mean in their family?
Maybe like this. Do you have any problems at home? Yes, like this. Or do you live in a house or in a
Relationship?
Yes, it can be about a relationship, because they give some psychological effect. It's important. Or it may be like yes, please.
Are there any stairs?
Any what?
Stairs.
Diseases, yes, infections that is somebody ill in your family, yes. So it can be the source of infections and the source of some problems, stress and worries. People can get worried about the members of the family. Okay, and especially in the COVID, in the pandemic time, everything connected with COVID, so it was very important and is still important now. Okay, what is the question about occupation?
What is your job?
Yes, or what do you do for a living? It's also important. So whether the patient does some physical work or intellectual work, so it can explain something in his current condition. What about hobbies? Ceren, what is the question about hobby that you can ask your patient? Okay, Bere?
Things you enjoy doing.
Yes. Why is it? Why should the doctor know about this? The doctor should know just to understand whether this person can do something to relax, yes, to lower the level of stress.
That's true.
Which the positive spirit can help overcome the illness. Okay, what about alcohol? What is the question?
Do you drink alcohol?
Do you drink? Yeah. So it's obvious this is some actually harmful substances that people consume, and it affects their condition. Money problems. Why are the doctor? Why can a doctor be interested in patients' money problems?
Because doctor, it sometimes bring pressure.
Yes, sometimes it's the source of stress. Okay, yes, and changes in habits.
Yes.
What is the question? Has anything changed in your life? Yes, recently, like this, for example. So why is it?
Someone?
Why is it important to know?
Because it's sometimes
yes.
affected about the change of himself about the patient. It will be affected more than any causes in this list.
So yes, the doctor can understand what caused their health problems. Okay, and if we move to the next slide, here is you can see a chart, and there is a list of some maybe unhealthy habits. Excuse me. I'm back. Okay. So the list of some unhealthy habits, and you should choose 2 of them. The habits that you find difficult to change, and you should rank them on the scale of 1 to 5, where 1 is easy and 5 is very difficult. For example, if I speak about myself, I would choose snacking between meals because it's sometimes really a problem for me, especially when I work from home. And I just every hour I go to the kitchen and open my fridge just to see to snack a little, and it's a problem because I gain just weight, and well, is it hard for me to change? Yes, it's not easy to change. I can rank it on a scale as, for example, 4 out of 5. Yes, Stella?
And the first one, like eating chocolate, for me, it will be so difficult to change it in easily time or short time. I need some time to give it up, getting up.
And how much do you give it on a scale?
In one day, I eat like 7 pieces or more than.
I see. I mean that.
And in the list, snacking between meals, I think it will. I will put in 2, and eating chocolate, I will put it in 5.
I mean, you mean that it's hard to stop eating chocolate, and you give it 5, the level of difficulty to get rid of this habit is 5, yes? And snacking between meals is what? 2?
I think it will be 2.
2 out of 5. I see. Okay. So Tala has told us about her habits. What about the other people? Yosif, can you comment?
Yes.
Can you choose something from this?
Eating chocolate, I will put 1 or 2.
Out of 5.
I usually don't eating chocolate. Snacking between meals, maybe it will be 3. And avoiding stress, it's 5. drinking fizzy or sugary drinks. 4, drinking tea or coffee. 1.
Okay, that's it. I mean, you should choose only 2 things.
Okay.
I would
I'm
like
sorry.
you to comment on avoiding stress. Why is it a problem? Why shouldn't can't you avoid stress?
Because maybe the exams or studying like this and the thinking about futures like this.
Mhm. Do you think that the level of stress, so the stress that people experience, it depends on the personality, or does it depend on some extra, I mean, some factors, outside factors? What can influence the level of stress in a person?
I guess person stress, it will be connect with his personality, how he will how he will do with his stress. Maybe it will be negative, and he will be sick or like this, or maybe sometimes the stress will be positive, because when I stress, maybe tomorrow I have exam or something, I will do hard. I will study hard.
Yes, scientists say that moderate amount of stress is good for people. Yes, so because just it keeps us fit and forces us just do something. Yeah. Okay, so we talked to Tala and Yosif, and what about Jeren? Can you choose 2 things from this chart and comment on them, please?
Smoking.
You smoke.
Yes, it's
And
very difficult to stop smoking for me.
how hard is it? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
5 out of 5.
Yes.
Well, yes, this is the problem for a lot of smokers. Why do you think it's such an addiction, we can say, that it's hard to stop? What makes it so hard to stop? Jeren?
I don't know. I'm smoking 4 years, so I can't stop.
I mean that, so people say that, I mean, scientists say that there are some substances, nicotine, yes, that causes addiction.
Yes.
And so the body just needs this substance more and more. That is why it's hard to stop. I see. And the second thing, Jeren,
Drinking tea and coffee.
why is it bad?
I don't know. I think it's not healthy.
Yes, because of the caffeine, yes, which is
Yes.
also just stimulator, and so it can also cause addiction. And how hard is it for you to stop?
4.
4. I see. Okay. Now, well, Ezginur. Hello.
Yes, doctor.
So please.
Drinking fizzy sugary drinks. Very unhealthy, but I love it so much.
Why is it unhealthy?
Mm.
Because of sugar, yes?
Yes,
And
yes.
just consuming much sugar.
A lot of sugar.
Yes, can cause what kind of disease is associated with the excessive consumption of sugar?
Yes.
Diabetes, yeah? It can cause diabetes, okay? And the
Yes.
second, by the way, is it hard for you to stop? How hard is it to stop?
4.
And the second thing?
And not doing exercise.
Yes.
Very difficult. 5.
5, yes, it's very hard to force yourself just to move, start moving, start doing some physical activity. I see. Okay, and Bere, please.
Yes.
What would you choose from this list?
Eating chocolate.
How much? 5. You can't live without chocolate. And
I like it. Other
what else?
drinking tea or coffee.
And how much is it?
3.
3. Good, thank you. And Dilara,
Yes, actually.
any problems?
Yes, eating chocolate because I eat so often. 4 or 5.
Okay, and
drinking tea or coffee. Also same, 4 or 5.
I see. And good. And if we have a look at the next slide, here are some speech bubbles, some sentences in the speech bubbles that people can use while explaining the why they have this habit and what they're going to do with the habit. Decide which fit best in the ranking you have given for each choice. Let us just decide what would you say in the connection that you have already said about your unhealthy habits. For example, I was speaking about snacking between meals, and I would choose the sentence in speech bubble number 7. I want to change, I just have to make the effort. So because I see that I need to change it. So Dilara, which phrase would you use that goes with your unhealthy habits? Dilara.
Yes. I want. Even I want to change. I just have to make the effort.
I see. It's because it's okay. It's not very difficult. You can do this, yeah. Bere, which phrase is yours?
I can see the advantages of changing, but I am not sure I can do it.
You can see the advantages of changing, the pluses of changing, the positive just points in changing. Yes. Okay. Well, Ceren.
And 3, trying to change habits like this only makes me nervous.
Yes. So, okay. Yosif, please.
I also 3, trying to change habits like this only makes me nervous. 4, avoiding stress.
Yes, it causes even more stress. I see. And Tala, please.
I will choose 5. I know it's bad, but I enjoy it.
Yes, this is the position of some of the people that when they realize that they do something wrong, but they enjoy doing this and they don't want to change it. And if we have a look at this slide, we can see just the pictures that illustrate the attitude of people to the advice that, for example, a doctor can give them. So which do you think, first, let us just look at the difference between these two pictures. In the first picture, so the doctor is talking to the patient, and what's the patient's reaction? How does she behave? What does she do? What does she demonstrate? Dilara, how does this patient behave in the first situation, in the first picture?
Yes, doctor. Patients with beliefs may sometimes want to be treated differently, may ask for methods in accordance with their beliefs, I think.
I mean, just if we don't read the questions on this slide, but only look at the pictures. So in the first picture, how does she behave? What does she do? What does she want to demonstrate? Is she going to follow the doctor's advice? What do you think?
She doesn't listen to
Yes.
the advice. She doesn't care.
Doesn't care, doesn't look at the doctor, and her posture, her hands, and the position of her legs shows that she's close to any information. Yes, and she's not going to do anything that the doctor advises her to do. And the second picture, in the second picture, the attitude of the patient to the doctor is different. Yes, as Ginur.
Yes.
What can you say? What can you say about the attitude of the patient? Is he going to follow the doctor's advice in the second picture? Yes, Ginur. Yes.
Second picture.
Does the patient listen?
Listen to doctor.
Mm-hmm. Does he look at the doctor? Yes, he looks at the doctor, and he's just bending towards, moving towards just to hear the doctor better, and
Maybe willingness.
And he's more likely to follow the doctor's advice, right? He's more open to any kind of advice. Yes, and
Can I?
Yes, please. Mm-hmm.
The second picture, he is very receptive to advice and is able to change his habits if the doctor convinces him with realistic reasons.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Right.
Yes, and first picture, it's stubborn and difficult to persuade him to leave a habit that he can adapt to because of the environment in which he grew up.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right. Mm-hmm. And so you mean that as a doctor, you deal with both types of patients, the patients who are ready to cooperate with you, and the patients who are, as you say, stubborn and don't care about their own health and are not ready to listen to the doctor and follow the doctor's advice. And if you think about yourself, which do you think reflects your own attitude when people are trying to help you change habits? So are you ready to listen to the people? Are you ready to follow the people's advice? Jiren?
Yes.
So do you behave like the person in the first picture or the person in the second picture?
Second.
Second. Mm-hmm. You are open to any kind of advice, yes?
Yes.
Great. Well, what about Dala?
I think yes, but not always, because sometimes the advice it's not right in the all situation.
So it means it depends on the person who gives you advice, right?
Yes.
Okay, but anyways, if a person has come to the doctor's office, it means that he or she has some problems and that he needs to solve. Yes, Josip, please.
Of course, I am always intellectually open and accept people's opinions if they are logical, convincing at the same time, and useful and give positive results for my life.
Exactly, yes. So good of you, yes. Because life is like cooperating with people, yes, just communicating with people. So
Yes.
can't live without this. Okay, and so the question, the second question, which is given here, why do you think it's necessary to consider patients' beliefs, emotions, willingness in helping them to change lifestyle habits? It's clear that we should do, as future doctors, you should do this, like consider emotions of people. And yes, if we speak about some changes in life, what should people do to avoid stress, to change something, the condition, the health condition, to shift to their healthy lifestyle. So one of the most popular piece of advice is to start doing some physical exercises. And let us look at some phrases here. So we need a verb and some noun to make up a phrase. And here we should match a verb with the best noun phrase to create general advice for exercising. For example, number one is take up, and there are two options. A, some physical activity. B, minor changes. What should we choose? Take up what?
Take up minor
Minor.
change.
Take up minor changes. You think take up minor changes? Or
some physical activity.
Yes, I mean that it's better to choose some, take up some physical activity because we speak about exercising. Yes, and in the second phrase, kick. Kick means give up in this context. Kick what?
Old habits.
Old habits, yes. Old unhealthy habits. Well, now some more phrases. The same. Stick to. Stick to. Which phrase do we choose?
It's a new
regime. Yeah. Stick to a new regime, a new plan. Regime means plan. Okay, and stick to means to follow this plan. Okay, now settle into. Settle into means get used to. What should we get used to? What should we settle into?
A new routine.
A new routine, yes, a healthier routine. And three more phrases. Increase. Increase what?
The amount of exercise you do.
Yes, that you do gradually. It's important that you should do it gradually. I mean, step by step, from just very short activities and to a longer. Okay, then make.
Minor change.
Minor changes. Here, minor change, make minor changes. And then increase the amount of exercise gradually. And devise. Devise means here produce, create, develop. So devise what?
Can I answer, doctor?
Yes.
your one exercise program.
Yes, yes, you
Okay.
should devise your own program that fits your goals. Yes, meets your goals. That is, you just want to change, to make some changes, and this program just will help you to follow your plan. Okay, and if we move to this slide, we can see the exercise way we need to add the phrases. They are given here above the sentences. We need to use them in the sentences. Actually, several options are possible in most of the sentences, but we should use each phrase only once. So, like, distribute the phrases between the sentences. So please, just 5 minutes for you to do this. So start please, and then we'll check together, okay? Have you done?
Yes.
Okay. So please, Dilara, read the first sentence.
Once you settle into a new routine, you will begin to notice some improvement.
Improvement, yes. What are the other phrases that can be used in this sentence? Once you, what?
Stick to new regime.
Yes, also possible.
Settle into a new routine.
Yes. Also possible about kick old habits. Once you kick old habits, you'll begin to notice some improvement. Once you take up some physical activity, you'll begin to notice some improvement is also possible. Just I guess this is the universal sentence that most of the phrases can be used in this sentence. Yeah. Now sentence 2, please. Bere. Bere, hello.
Yes, if you make minor change and
Minor
set your
changes.
minor changes and set yourself
Achievable.
achievable animals, you will be more likely to
Succeed. You'll be
Succeed.
more likely to succeed. Yes. If you make minor changes. Okay. Yes. What are the other phrases that can be used in this sentence?
It would be kick all the habit.
Yes. Yes, also possible. Take up some physical activity and set yourself achievable aims. Also possible. Just okay. Now the Esginur,
Yes,
number 3.
it is difficult to stick to a new regime, but once you have got into it.
Yes, but once you have got into it, everything will be all right. Yes. Okay. Just stick to a new regime and have got into it. So this phrase is, yes, I think this is the best phrase for this sentence. Well, Jiren, please.
Have you thought of getting someone to help you
To do what?
devise your own exercise program?
Yes, because the program just requires some kind of thinking, some kind of planning, and sometimes people need some professional help for like a coach who can help them in just devising this program. Okay, and if we look at the next sentence, Tala, will you read it, please?
Okay, 5, start small
Yes.
and then try to increase the amount of exercise you do gradually.
Yes, this is the best choice because we start with small steps and then increase gradually. Well, the next is for Yosif, please.
Yes, Doctor. 6. It is better to take up some physical activity that fits into your daily routine.
Good. Yes. It looks like we need to pause for 10 minutes. Yes. See you in 10 minutes after the break. Okay.
Okay.